Imagine being 4 years old, small, easily manhandled, and therefore helpless to prevent someone big doing whatever they want with you. They've already dumped you in the big swimming pool where you can't touch the bottom or control your movements properly because moving in water is different to being on land. Oh yeah, and you definitely can't swim, float or do anything but sink way, way down. You're scared and screaming as loud as you can. There's a big person in the pool who smiles and seems friendly, but can you trust her? Does she understand you're scared or even care? Hi, my name's Layla and I'm a psychology student and a Learn to Swim instructor for all ages from babies to adults. Today I'm going to talk about using behaviour modification principles to overcome a child's fear of swimming. Generally, parents take their kids for their first swimming lesson anywhere from 2 to 6 years of age. I'm going to focus on the 4 to 6 year age group, when most kids become particularly anxious of the water, but they've started to express themselves verbally. My message today is aimed at swim teachers, but it's good for parents to also listen to this so you know what the swim instructor is doing with your child. I'm going to start at the beginning, from when you first greet the child to their first swim lesson. Smile. I'm going to say it again. Smile. I can't stress how important this is. Always show the child that you're happy to see them. It might be your 100th time in the water and you're sick of smelling like a fish, but it's the child's only swim lesson that week, and you need to convey happiness and enthusiasm and make the lesson special for them. Start slow and build. Children are not ducks. They will not swim in one day. It's going to take time, and for some kids it's actually going to take a lot of time. Have the child sit on the edge of the pool with their legs dangling in the water. Splash water over their legs and introduce them to the bath toys you have nearby. Try to get the child to talk. Ask them what their favourite bath toy is, their favourite colour. If they have any questions about the pool, anything, just try to get a peep out of them. This eases the child's tension and starts building rapport. From here, progress to getting them on your step in the water. Hold the child's hand and walk them from one side of the step to the other. This gets them used to feeling how their body moves in water, and it also shows them that they won't fall through the step, as most step platforms have a clear bottom and children just think they're going to fall straight through. It's really important that the child becomes familiar and comfortable with the step. As it is here, they need to wait their turn. You generally have 3 other kids in the class and they need to be able to wait on their step for their turn. Okay, so you've gone from sitting by the pool to in the pool. Now we have to go out for a swim. My advice is to take them out however you can. They do need to go out even if they are screaming. But if they refuse to go out with swimming aids like a board or a noodle, take them out without them, but in a swimming position. Do not leave them on the step and hope it'll be better next week. And don't take them out clinging onto you for dear life. They need to feel the water around them, so try to simulate the actual event as closely as possible. This brings me to my next point. If they scream, and there will be screaming, that's okay. No child has ever learnt to swim without first screaming their lungs out. Don't be embarrassed and stop what you're doing. I can guarantee the parents are going to be more embarrassed. Look at it from the child's point of view. They aren't in control and they're desperately trying to reassert control over the situation. When the child hasn't been able to stop the teacher taking them out into the water or swimming with them, they will try to re-establish control by screaming. Talk calmly to them, reassure them, tell them you're sorry that they're upset, but you're still going to continue with the lesson. Do not raise your voice and do not lose your temper. When they are crying, try to distract them. It's amazing how distractible kids are at this age. Ask them what their favourite colour is, their favourite superhero, or what they like doing. Tell them about you. This helps build rapport if nothing else. Rapport with the child is vital. There are a couple of things you need to be doing with the child during the swimming lesson, and they actually have nothing to do with swimming. I've mentioned building rapport, showing that you care and understand. You can also teach resilience and assertiveness by asking them to use their words to tell you what's wrong rather than crying. Building trust is your main goal when a child first starts swimming. It's all about teaching the child to trust you. The easiest way to develop trust is to tell the child what you're going to do with them and then follow through. Sometimes telling them gives them the opportunity to fuss, cry and scream. Deal with it, and always follow through with what you said you would do. They need to understand that their behaviour isn't going to change your plans. However, they also need time to prepare for what you're going to do. So you do need to warn them if they're going to go underwater or if you're going to let them go. How would you like it as an adult if suddenly someone put you underwater with no warning? Don't say you won't do something, then do it. I'll let you get your head around that one. For example, don't say to the child, I'm not going to let you go, and then let them go. This erodes trust like nothing else. You need to be seen as a person of your word that will definitely follow through with plans and give warning of what's coming up. Trust is the building block that will take them from a terrified kid fighting against everyone who wants them to be swimming to the one that will be on your side and try something just because you say they're able to do it. Allow the child some choices so they feel empowered and perceive they have some sort of control. My favourite is when they tell you they don't want to do something, like go underwater, get them to choose what they would rather do out of 2 or 3 things they really don't want to do, but will help them to swim. It's a no-win situation for them, but they feel like they have a choice. Praise works wonders. Praise the child's effort as much as you can. Focus on what they can do, however small. When you ask them to do something, always comment on what they're doing well already and tell them. This is so reinforcing for them and they love it. Parents will normally jump in here with promises of junk food or toys as a reward for swimming and behaving well. I've heard this sound like a reward, a plea, a punishment. Speaking of parents, while the child is in the water, they are your responsibility. Parents can watch nearby, but not on the edge of the pool and definitely not in the water with you. You need to project confidence and a can-do attitude. While the child is in the pool, you don't want parental interference, but around that time, you need to engage with the parents and build a partnership. Ask them about their kids. Give the parents homework, things to do in the bath with the kids, like blowing bubbles, putting their head in the water before the bubble bath, relaxing on their back. Ask if the child is looking forward to their lesson. You are employed as much for your ability with the parents as with the kids. There are so many things I could add, but these are just a start. My suggestions vary greatly depending on how young the child is. We focus today on the 4 to 6 age group. You also need to be aware of whether there are any other issues with the child, like anxiety or special needs. Today I just spoke about kids in general, not kids with special needs. The temperament of the child also bears consideration and may see you adapting your strategies. You do need to be adaptable and flexible. These are just general guidelines. I consider myself a firm but encouraging swim teacher. I genuinely care about the kids and whether they learn to swim safely or not. In time, you will find your own style and flexibility and the ease to just relax with the kids and have fun. Good luck and happy swimming.